Kill negative thoughts ASAP. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. It looks like I'm just blacked out today with this black shirt. I've been wearing a lot of black this week, doing my Supersize school launch, Supersize Your Business school launch this week. Started Friday, and for 7 days I'll do a post and I'll share that. But all last week I wore black every day. I don't know why. Black's like a power color or something. At least it was in corporate America back in my corporate days. So, kill negative thoughts ASAP. Why? Because they stop us in our tracks, prevent us from taking action, prevent us from doing the things that we know we want to do and are capable of doing, because there's millions of other people doing the things that we want to do every single day, yet we tell ourselves we can't do them. What a bunch of nonsense and poppycock that is, right? Thoughts like that, negative thoughts, thinking we're not good enough, thinking it's for other people, not for us, thinking we're too old, thinking we're too young, thinking we're anything that isn't serving us and helping us go and make choices and decisions in the direction we want our life to go, is a complete and utter waste of energy and time. So that's what we're talking about today for both the Supersize Your Business and Supersize You annual challenges, and gave some examples of that. Talked far too long because it's a great topic and it's so powerful. If we can change this one thing quickly and challenge, and all we really have to do to change a negative thought or a thought that isn't in our best interest is just question it. Begin questioning it and asking, well, where did that even come from? Is that even my thought? Guess what? I want to see if scientists have done studies about how many of the thoughts we think in any given day are actually our own, or things that we just picked up from other people or from other things or other books or sources, or from our childhood, and it just pops into our head, and now we think that that's a certain thing that's true for us, even though it's absolutely not true for us. For some reason in that situation, our subconscious feeds us up all this information and all these examples of how we can't do that thing, or it's not for us, or it's too expensive. Just, there's so many of them. And they pop up in every area and aspect of our life, which is why we want to get to the root and the core of them and change that thinking and be aware of it. Most of you just have to be aware of it. If I'm aware of something, like I say, or I hear in my head, well, that's too expensive, I'm not going to get that. Really? Is it? Where does that belief or thought come from? And is it true for me right now today? If it is, it is. If it isn't, then question that and make that not your automatic default way of thinking, right? I believe we should be possibility thinkers and think of what is for us, not what we can't do. I don't believe in can't. My dad was an incredible man. He passed away about 11 years ago now. And for all of us girls, I grew up in a family of all sisters, and for my mom and for everyone around him, he was and I can figure this out. I will get this done. I know I can figure it out kind of thinker. And he did. He did incredible things in his lifetime because of his ability to get things done and to figure things out and to take action, etc., and to learn new things and grow. But he was the definite possibility optimistic thinker in our family. And I love my mom dearly. She is still with us. She is the opposite. So in some ways they were best friends, and I'm sure, I mean, she prays to join him every day, which I hope she holds off on that another decade or so. But she's tends to be more pessimistic, more, oh, this isn't possible. And she actually came from a more solid background than my dad did. My dad grew up really, really poor. And I'm sure he would not want me telling anybody that, but it's true. And so he decided from that situation, he was going to make something of his life and provide a life for my sisters and I and my mom that he had never had. And he's such an awesome dad. Anyway, so we're thinking about that. What else am I working on? I'm launching my Supersize Your Business school community. I started it last October. I just never launched it. I never really told anybody about it. I think there's 55 of us in there now, or 55 members now. And I want to launch some other things out and in that format, or on that platform, because it's such an easy platform for me to work on. I think if you've followed me for a while, you know I'm visually challenged. And so I have to find ways to simplify things, which has been great for me personally, because I used to be one of those people that overcomplicated everything. And so I've learned that, oh my God, it's so much easier to share a simple solution or find a simple solution than have 15 or 500 steps to doing something, when we really could define the process in 4 or 5 steps. I've gotten to the point where my frameworks are 7 steps or less, or 7 things or less. You know why? Because I can't remember more than 7 things. So why would I expect anyone else to? I could give some examples of books I've read in the past where somebody had 35 steps to success or 5 steps to success. What do you think people are going to pay attention to and actually implement more often? The 5 steps to success. That's why that was a multiple bestseller than the other book, right? All right. What I got to do? I've got launch posts to post. I've got content to process until I join. I'm actually taking an AI course right now with my son because I need somebody to see the stuff for me and help me set up an AI agent so that it can do the automatic things like processing my videos for me. I'll make them and continue to show up as me and make my content. But the AI now, the technology is available where they can actually process the videos for me. I hope it's there because that is going to be the first thing that I off-source or offline to AI. I have not been an early adopter of AI. If you know me, you know I have not. But I see the writing on the wall, and we either use it to enhance and do better work and not let it take over who we are, our soul, our personality, etc. And I've seen it go that way for a lot of people, which is kind of why there's so much AI slop online. I refuse to be a part of that because that's part of the problem, not the solution. We've already been inundated with information for a decade or so now. The last thing we need is, exponential regurgitation of the same thing. And it's really interesting. You can, once you start to read, and if you do a lot of engaging online or anywhere, you can see what's written by AI and what's not. And I know the creators in many instances think that you can't tell, but it's the terminology. It's the way that they say that it says things and uses things. And hopefully this new technology with the cloning and the agent aspect will be more our voice. I actually think that I might be able to take my 19,000 videos and take the transcriptions for those and feed them into my AI agent. And if I can do that, then it will understand my voice a lot better than the people that are just typing in a prompt and then regurgitating, copy and pasting the nonsense that comes out. All right, I digress. If I can help you in any way, hit me up and ask. Love to have you join us on our school community. Just put school in the comments below. I know that Facebook hates that, but I like it because I want to personally invite you to join us there. All right, have an awesome day. If I can help in any way, ask. Otherwise, I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.